Okay, just going to share one final insight that so the girl I was telling you about, who'd been diagnosed and with a disorder, and she said, she was sitting in front of this tree. She said it's the same tree that I remember sitting in front of when I was 13 years old. And she said, and I look back at all the times in my life since then that I've been trying to self-destruct, whether it's through being institutionalized or, trying to kill myself or all of it. She said, I had this moment where I realized that through all of that, the tree, it just stood there. It just remained unperturbed, not touched by any of it. And she got a tiny glimpse into what she was creating in her experience. We get glimpses all the time. But the thing is, our identity, our diagnosis, the fact that we're medicated and we're told that there's something wrong with us, and that too can be quite loud. It can be quite mesmerizing. It can be, we believe it. It's why would we not trust that? What do we trust? Do we trust the diagnosis and the identity, or do we trust this glimpse, these glimmers that we get beyond it? Where are we going to look? Where are we going to put our attention? And there's no right and wrong here. It's just, there is this prevailing view that, with all these diagnoses and labels, and there's something wrong with us. We start kind of trying to fix our experience, trying to fix our paintings, trying to fix our feelings that we don't like. We get lost inside all of it, and yet we get these glimpses. And for her, it's this moment of presence when she was looking at that tree, and she saw for herself that that tree just remained unperturbed. Whatever experiences that were going on in her life, and what she was bringing alive, and all, like, self-destruction, and the tree remained standing still. What if she's getting an insight, a glimmer, a glimpse of her inner well-being, the awareness beyond the experience? It remains intact. Stand still. When we stand still, we get to feel it. When we're not kind of running around and fixing and trying and changing, when we stand still, we get a glimpse and we feel this. Just like the tree, unperturbed. Our experiences, our resistance, our labels, our fixing doesn't touch our well-being. Doesn't touch any of it. That remains intact, whole, perfect. We can use different words. Our soul, our being. And we get glimpses of this. Glimpses of presence, of being, of knowing. But sometimes they're quiet and they land on us, but we brush them away because we're so busy looking at our experience and judging it and judging the feelings and telling ourselves we're doing life wrong, or we're not good enough, or there's something wrong with us, or we're a bit broken. But then falling back into the nothing, you start paying attention to the glimmers and the glimpses. What if I'm not that? The wind of my experience that is coming through this video, so I'm going to stop talking. What if I'm not that? What if I'm this? And all the rest is kind of smoke and mirrors. Stand still and listen to the silence and connect with this sense of being. And then you have a whole different relationship with your experience of life. And now the wind is getting quite loud, so I'll stop.